so much for joining me for this Get Ready With Me. Today we are trying on a lot of new makeup. So I recently have been hauling quite a bit of makeup. So I've got a Dior foundation here we are going to try together. We'll also be revisiting my recent Chanel blush purchases, including this one and another one, actually a third one. We are going to be trying on some PR items, really lovely ones that I received. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start off with a product I'm getting reacquainted with. Actually, I'm getting reacquainted with this entire line, the By Terry Brightening CC Serum. And many years ago, I tried this. I tried this in Sunny Flash. I tried this in Apricot Glow. I prefer this shade for my skin tone. It's a bit warmer. So I'm gonna apply it on half just so we can see. So this won't provide coverage, but it will help to blur imperfections and just make the skin look better. So I'm gonna apply it to half the face. See what that looks like. It has a lovely rose smell, but not overwhelming. Very subtle effect on the skin. It does say it has optical glow technology. It blurs imperfections and evens out the skin tone, looks visibly brighter and positively glowing. So if you want something that's just going to do that without covering up the skin, you can go in with something like the CC Serum. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be using this more often just to get a feel again for how it performs with and without foundation. I'm going to test out another foundation today though. That's why I wanted to just do half so we could see how the foundation performs on just bare skin versus with this. Definitely, I would love to maybe try this with just concealer as well to see how that looks. And there are soft focus microspheres in here and color correcting pigments. And it also says that it helps makeup to hold longer. So that'll be an interesting observation as I wear this foundation and see if there is a difference in the performance. Skin Forever Glow in WP, I think it's going to be too deep for me, but we'll see. Actually, hopeful of this one because I thought it wouldn't work for me because I do have more combo skin. But as I read about it, I thought, oh wait, maybe this is made for me. It creates a radiant finish with 24-hour wear. That's not the part that interested me, but it was this. That is resistant to heat and humidity while hydrating the skin. And typically with glow foundations, I don't see that description. So that's one thing, especially if you are in a hot and humid climate. So let's go in with the foundation. Yeah, I think it's too deep for me, but we'll see. I'm gonna go on this side with no CC Serum. Has a slight fragrance to it. Okay, so the Glow foundation formula, the previous one that I have, isn't something I pulled for a lot, so it didn't really rise to the top 5 or so of my foundations. I'm just gonna build this up a little bit here and see how it goes. So we'll see if this one does. So far I really like it. It doesn't feel greasy or too dewy. It actually feels quite nice on the skin. But yeah, I definitely need something, I think in between the warm and the warm peach, because you can see I have more warmth here. It's pulling a little bit cool. It's a pretty finish though. Okay, let's see if we can build this up. We're gonna use my Shiseido brush and see if we can use that to build up in the areas where I normally conceal. I'm using this to kind of really buff out the edges there. Nice. I think I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to see a little bit more texture building up like this. So I think I probably want to stop here, like a few layers in. Actually quite pretty on the skin, but yeah, it has more moisture than the other one. I'm going with my SISLEY and La Prairie concealer. Yeah, I forgot to mention that By Terry was one of my very first luxury beauty purchases. I think it was at Space NK in Mill Valley. I think that's where it was. I picked up a beautiful lip shade. I may still have it because I really liked it was a silver packaging. And then, what else did I pick up? And then the CC Serum in Sunny Flash was one of the first more high-end serums I ever picked up. But I'm glad they have the Apricot Glow because it's just a better tone for my skin tone. So I'm very excited to get reacquainted with the brand, so let me know what you love by Terry. Next Generation Eye Base in medium. Okay, we're gonna go in with the by Terry Hyaluronic Hydra-Powder. This was sent complimentary, as well as the CC Serum. So far these two items have been sent complimentary. So this powder is loose, it's translucent. I'm gonna put it in the lid here. It says it contains hyaluronic acid, non-drying, and instantly mattifies and blurs imperfections. So let's take a look. I've got my La Mer powder brush here. Okay, so there it is. Actually, it deepened up the side a little bit. Did you see that? We'll have to see if this is just the foundation or if this happens with other foundations as well. So we'll test this several times. Yeah, nice lightweight powder though. I'm gonna do brows and then we'll finally get to some eyes. Okay, let's go ahead in with this gorgeous palette by Rowan. This is a curated palette of harmonious shadows. It was tested by artists and real women. It is supposed to be a foolproof palette that's really easy to use, which I love. It says it's made to blend seamlessly, layer, mix, achieve multiple looks. There are 3 lid illums, eyeshadows, these are new to me, and 1 new satin sparkle powder formula shadow. You can apply with your finger or with a brush, it says. So we'll try both because they kindly sent me a brush as well. So this was kindly sent by Rowan, as well as this brush. So I'm excited to use this brush because, whoa. I love this kind of brush, as well as I'm excited about this for more precise application. Have yet to swatch this, but you'll have seen the swatches before this. If you haven't, then make sure to go see that. But let's go in with, let's go in with this all over the lid. It's like a mocha shade, so it's a really interesting formula. Oh wow. Okay, so it's kind of a cream, but not quite. So let's just add this to the lid with fingers like this. Ooh, pretty. I know I'm gonna get questions about, is this like Westman Atelier's little eye pots? I think that's what came to mind. This reminds me a little bit of Tabak, the shade, but this formula is much creamier than that. Really beautiful. So my one and done fans, you're gonna love this shade. It's so pretty. I watched a little video of hers just to make sure I was saying the name correctly. And I saw her apply a different palette. It was the 75, I think it's warm shades. But she was talking about making sure to buff this out because she mentioned you may get creasing because when you add shadow to the crease, that's a possibility. So it's a crease. She's a makeup artist as well, the founder of Rowan. So she has a lot of experience with product. So I loved how simple the little tutorial was. So I haven't seen this in use yet though, but I really like it. Like I didn't think you'd be able to see that shade on my eyelids, but you can see it. It's pretty. Let's go ahead in with, I'm trying to figure out how to use this palette. Let's go ahead in with this color, this like coppery color, and I'm going to take it in the crease. I'm gonna use a brush this time though. So I've got the brush here, and let's just build that in the crease. These don't look like you can build them up, but you can. And we've seen it before where I've applied eyeshadow and it was like invisible. This is not invisible. It's quite buildable. Very nice. It's beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna go in with this shade under with the smaller side of the brush. Yeah, this is a formula I haven't used before. I believe this is a new formula created by Rowan. So it's unlike anything I've tried before. So let me know if you've tried any of these eyeshadow palettes. Really beautiful. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead in and see if I can build up this corner just a little bit more. Now that I've used a brush with this, see if I can deepen it in the corner. Just right on the exterior. In the crease just a little bit more. Okay, lovely. I'm going to go ahead and add this shade right here, that shimmery shade. This is the new one, It's like a bronze color. I think I already know what I'm going to do with eyeliner here because of this shade. Let's put it on the lid. Oh, pretty. Okay, so this is for us shimmer averse or glitter averse people because it's very gentle. There are some intermittent particles in here, but nothing that's too much. It just sparkles a little bit and catches the light. Yeah, so make sure you take a look at the swatching video if you want to see really how shimmery this is. Okay, let's go in with this lightest shade in the inner corner, this one. Let me go ahead and apply eyeliner. Wow, that actually looks quite, I don't know why I'm surprised because I thought these shades looked quite light, but what a beautiful finish on all of those ones. You could see how seamless that was and really easy to apply. I did go in really quickly though, just to build this up a little bit more. I just went in with this in the crease and then above the crease really quickly with this brush. This brush works really well with this palette as well. So if you were interested, I would recommend this brush. It just made it easier in the crease area versus if I just tried to go in with clean hands here. Yeah, really pleased with that. I think that's beautiful. I did go in with Victoria Beckham Beauty eyeliners. So we've got bronze in the waterline. I tight lined with cocoa and then went above the lash line. Little kitten wing. We're gonna go in with the Rowan mascara though. It's called, let me see here, it's called Cake Mascara and it is the 2021, there's an award here, Glamour Beauty Award winner. This is a clean mascara, vegan, cruelty-free, and also gluten-free. And this mascara says it's buildable and volumizing. It plumps lashes with a uniquely fluffy brush designed with flexible bristles that lengthen and lift from the root of the lash. You know I love mascara, so we'll see if I love this one. Usually I do this off camera, but I thought you might want to see this in action. So far the bristle is grabbing the lashes really well. Bristles are pretty tightly packed together here, which helps get that product in between the lashes, on the lashes. Yeah, I feel like there is a fluffiness about these lashes and I quite like that. Okay, so that's one coat. Oh, that's a really beautiful mascara. By the way, this was also sent complimentary. Very nice mascara. Okay, let's go ahead and even this out. Formulated with plant-based sunflower, bayberry, and carnauba waxes for flexibility and hold. So usually I will kind of adapt application based on how the mascara is working. So in this case, it's kind of a combination of just going through quickly as well as wiggling back and forth. Usually if my eyelashes start to stick together, then I'll really make sure I wiggle back and forth, but I'm wiggling back and forth in this case, mostly because the bristles are more closely aligned, so I just want to make sure my eyelashes get in there. So let me go ahead and build these up some more and let's see how much I think is enough. I'm going to go on the bottom too and see how that goes. As you know, I am quite picky when it comes to mascara, which is why you usually see the same mascara over and over again. There's only one other mascara recently that I've tried, the Rodial mascara that I love, which I actually misplaced, otherwise you'd see that in play a little bit more. I can't find it, it's somewhere around here. But my litmus test typically for mascara is, can it build up without clumping and without sticking my lashes together? And the other piece is, if it can do that, how's it going to perform on the lower lash? Because sometimes I get some really great volume and length on the top lashes, but the bottom lashes end up sticking together or it doesn't work as well. However, this passed that litmus test. It delivered really beautiful lashes on top, more of like a feathery, fluffy kind of lash. You can see every single eyelash. It just enhances these really wispy, spider web-like almost lashes. So not only did it give me length and volume on the top lashes, it also builds up really nicely on these very wispy, almost spider web-like lashes. That's how thin these are on the bottom. So very impressive. I can see why they won an award. It also says formulated with a combination of silica and nylon 12. Not quite sure what that is, but it says for a high impact volume that is 100% clump free. And I went in with about 3 coats, but it's like a little bit of a drier kind of formula. It's not pudding like some of them are. It's a little bit drier than that, so I think that might be part of it as well. Okay, so then let's go in with something that's not brand new, but it's fairly new, and someone had this suggestion and they wanted to see, and I thought, ooh, that's a really good idea. So I'm going to take this blush and this blush together. I thought it might go really well with this eye look. So we're going to go in with this Peche COSMIQUE, the one that's got a nice glow to it, but just place that under and then go over it because people wanted to see Brun Roussi kind of by itself. Of course, I really think that this one would go really, really well with this, but I feel like I'm gonna be wearing this on repeat, so let's try something a little bit different. Let's go ahead with this blush first, this Chanel blush, the Peche COSMIQUE, and just put down a beautiful glow. This is by Chanel, by the way, if you did not see that video. That did a little bit of blurring too, I don't know if you noticed that. I'm gonna take this Wayne Goss brush again because it did such a nice job with diffusing the color a little bit. So I'm going in with the Wayne Goss Artist brush. Oh gosh, kind of smashed it up there. So we're gonna apply it like that with Brun Roussi because I think this one is quite intense, this blush. So it can be a little intimidating, I think. I like how the lighter blush I initially applied kind of diffuses the color if it's intense. So initially I thought I'm not gonna use this blush very often, but it might be one of those products that's so multi-purpose and nothing like anything I have. So we'll see how much I end up using it, but definitely thinking of other ways I can integrate that into my routine. Oh yeah, and I didn't put concealer in the front, did I? Yeah, this is helping diffuse this blush out a little bit. So if you have this one, it might help control some more intense blushes for you. And the only thing is that building up that foundation, way back talking about that foundation, I see a little bit of texture there just because I added so much. It's a little rough looking. Pull it up just a little bit further here as if I'm being touched by the sun, which, you know, I don't usually do that. I usually hide from the sun. Let's go on the forehead a little. I haven't bronzed yet. Okay, let's bronze now. I'm gonna go in with the SISLEY bronzer that I always use. Yeah, one thing I love about turning videos around a little bit quicker is that I can interact with you a little bit more in not real time, but in a faster amount of time. So if you have a question, I can answer it in the next video and it's not like, you know, 2 weeks away from the time you ask the question. It's almost faster for me sometimes to answer it in a video. Let's try this powder again, the By Terry Hyaluronic, this powder. Actually, and this glow foundation doesn't seem as glowy as the other one I tried. It feels really nice on the skin, like it's not too dewy. Actually, it doesn't look dewy either. It's really nice. Let's go ahead and find a lip. I'm gonna have to go in and fix this because yeah, I wouldn't recommend building up that foundation because it did create some texture for me. So I'm going in with my Perfect Blur Powder by CHANTECAILLE. We're gonna fix that. Yes, I would not recommend building up the Dior foundation. Okay, I can't help myself. Sorry, I've got to go in with this blush just in the front, just to brighten it a little bit because I can see a little bit of darkness coming through there. So I did not conceal, as I said. So this is a bit of a color correcting tool as well. This Chanel Peche Rosee. Yeah, I just went through a bunch of my powders and I've used peach powders to help color correct before. So this does a lovely, lovely job. And I do prefer adding powders, layers of powders versus layers of cream or liquid product to color correct. It just doesn't add as much texture. In the meantime, I was trying to find some information about this lip product by Rowan that I'm going to use. Scent complimentary as well. This is their tinted lip oil. But as I was looking up information for this, if you're wondering about that shimmery shade, it says, how do you get lid illumes to get their sparkle? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Illumes? do you use glitter to achieve that amazing shine? And they said, no, it's important to us to steer away from the glitter trend. Not only is it harmful to the environment, but we believe from a luxury standpoint, there are much better options. For us and for you, we have created a first of its kind formula that uses pearl and reflex to achieve amazing shine and color payoff. So shine brighter than you already do, no glitter needed. Okay, so if you were wondering, there's no glitter in there. But I was trying to find some information for you about Roen because it's a fairly new, I mean, it's not a brand new company, but it is newer to the market. So I always like to look at who these companies are before I say yes to trying any of their products, because I want to make sure that their vision and who they are aligns with items that I typically feature on my channel and items that I would pick up for myself. They were born in 2019, so they are fairly, like I said, new, 3 years old this year. Their vision is the collaboration of glamour, artistry, and well-being. And one of their co-founders is Tiffany Thurston Scott in Los Angeles, and she collaborated with a couple of other people. David Romer is the co-founder as well and creative director. He's a photographer. And then they've got Kate, who is Rowan's beauty creative director. And Tiffany, the founder, says immerse herself in the world of clean beauty, researching ingredients and collaborating with talented makeup artists who also share this philosophy. So it is clean beauty as well. Yeah, I start reading articles about companies and really finding out what they're made of, where they come from, why they do what they do. So this is a blend of plant-based oils and waxes made for a unique hybrid oil that hydrates and nourishes your lips, formulated with powerhouse antioxidants and nutrient-rich ingredients. So let's try this. Very creamy, balmy feel. So right away, people are gonna wonder if it's like the CHANTECAILLE bombs because it's about the same size, maybe a little bit bigger. I don't know, I have to put them side by side, but it's that type of shape. Okay, this is definitely a put in my bag kind of product. Typically searching for some kind of hydration, whether it's a lip oil or a lip balm, something I usually keep in my bag with me. And this would definitely make it into my bag and you might not ever see it again if it ends up there because I'll be using it all the time off camera. Oh, so I'm now curious about the other shades. Okay, and then let's finish off with the fragrance. So as you can see, I'm ready for spring. It's not spring, I just felt like wearing this today in the house. So this is what we ended up with for the video. It's kind of like a house dress. But let's go in with Vetyver by Chantecaille because it's a really fresh scent. Yeah, it's a fresh scent, but not yet a floral. So it's like hinting towards spring. And they do now sell the discovery sets of fragrances by Chantecaille if you ever wanted to try any of them. I'm thinking of picking up Darby Rose next. Rose is not my favorite scent, but their Darby Rose is beautiful. So I'm actually considering picking that up because I had the chance to give it a try with a tester. Not the discovery set, but I had a little tester in one of my orders along the way. Okay, so thoughts. I have lots of thoughts. This foundation is not nearly as glowy as I expected. Not anything as glowy as this. I thought it would be more like this, but it was not. Didn't have the same kind of skincare finish or feel to it as I thought it would. Yeah, it worked really nicely on my skin and set quite nicely as well. I didn't powder my entire face, I just powdered the front. I, however, would not to build up in the front here. It built a little bit of texture that I could see that I had to fix there. Maybe 3W would be better. I mean, in the end it worked out, but you can see the difference between my face and my neck here. It's just not the same. Oh yeah, also I forgot, I talked about this CC Brightening Serum by Terry. This is an apricot glow. I forgot you could add it to décolleté is another place you could add it. You even said arms. So you can definitely add this to those places where you want to just catch the light a little bit. But it was really nice on this side. I'll see if there's a longevity quality to it. I'll watch this. I probably won't wear this for very much longer. It is evening already, but I'll wear it for a couple more hours and I'll see. So this was nice. I really like the tone of it. Then the powder, it was very nice. It did deepen the shade a little bit though. So I'm gonna see if that happens with other foundations, but it was nice and lightweight. So we'll continue to test out this powder. This palette is gorgeous. I did not expect to be able to see it as well as I'm seeing it now. I think it's so easy to use too. And really, if you have trouble with blending, I would go with this formula because there was really no blending required. I would recommend the brush though with it because it just made it so much easier. I'm sure you could try this with just your hands and blend it out, but there's a little bit more precision with the brush, especially getting in the crease, but yeah, really pretty. So she did mention though there is a possibility of creasing right in the crease, which I'm seeing, but then just to make sure to take the brush and shear it out, and then that should go away. So when you apply this first, just watch it, because I was not watching it. I don't know how long that crease has been there, but just watch it at first and disperse that product and make sure you don't have excess product in there, because it will gather. I think because of the nature of the product, so just shear it out a little bit. Yeah, lovely, lovely. And I really liked this color here. I think that's beautiful. This is a great travel one because it is so easy to apply with a beautiful result. I thought it was pretty. I forgot to go in with the eyebrow. I meant to do this next time. We'll use the brow product. And then this mascara, beautiful mascara, really beautiful. So it's one that I'm going to continue to test out. We'll see how it wears, if I get any flakiness, because that matters too with mascara. Sometimes it can look really beautiful when you initially apply it, but then you end up with a little bit of mascara kind of flaking off throughout the day. So I will watch this for you, and you will see it return. Well, any of these items, you'll see return over and over again if I fall in love with them, because as you know, I try to find the best of the best. If anything gets replaced, you'll notice, because I will keep using that new product over and over. Hasn't happened for a while, but we shall see. And then this lip product, really lovely. Yeah, now I want to try the other two shades. There are two other shades in there that look really beautiful, but this is a great, you know, no makeup kind of a color for me. Just warmed up the shade here a little bit so it kind of is more cohesive with the eye and the cheek. This is really going to come in handy for lots of things. So that kind of solved my problem around this, because this is quite intense going on, and that would be one of the reasons I wouldn't pull for it as much, because it would take a little bit more time and precision to apply this correctly. But with this, I just apply this and then I can go on top with this and really just take it nice and easy, and it looks really beautifully airbrushed once on. So, because I didn't go over this part with powder like I normally do, but I had to go in here. I couldn't stand looking at that. So I did go in with that. Although if you have more combo skin, sometimes when the oil comes through, it does soften the texture a little bit. If it's a little bit, it like looks a little bit dry, which my skin normally doesn't, so I don't know what that's about today. So I have so many other new products I will be playing with. I have 2 new foundations I need to experiment with, try on. I've got more Rowan, I've got more by Terry. Oh, I have the Clay to Pou concealer I need to try as well. So many things I need to be trying out. So make sure you're subscribed, because when I have new things come in, if you have been here before, you know I post at completely random hours. It'll be like, I don't know, 9:37 when a video goes up, because that's when it's ready to go, because I do pay for overnight shipping on some products, and if I do, I'm definitely posting it that day, because I will have wasted my money if I don't post it right away. So make sure you are subscribed with the notification bell in case you'd like to see those videos right when they're posted. So thank you again so much to By Terry and to Rowan for sending all of your beautiful items. I'm so glad I got to try these products, because one of my goals for this year is to expand the lines that I get familiar with, and once I get familiar with them, I try to see if I can try as much as I possibly can, and I'm able to compare from brand to brand and from product to product. But that is it for today's video, so please take care of each other. Stay well. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time.